It's not really a dilemma, but it's just something that I saw on the platform that you guys have put us on, which is Waiting to Wed. And it's just a bit of a rant, very short, but cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else struggling with this? My relationship is ready for engagement and marriage.
Sorry. You know, like when you put a cake in the oven, my relationship is ready for engagement and marriage.
Hey.
Like, as in, is the timer coming up or something?
Hey. Anyway.
Oh, go on.
My relationship is ready for engagement and marriage, and my boyfriend feels the same way. But my little brother's engagement and wedding stuff is making us have to take a back seat. I don't want to outshine or overlap. I actually had to make my boyfriend stop talking about it in front of my folks because I don't want us to be accused of trying to steal their thunder. I still have a sick feeling like us getting married next year after them will get spun meanly. Hold on, this doesn't make sense. I don't want us to be accused of trying to steal their thunder. I still have a sick feeling. This part doesn't make sense, but maybe if I say it, then we'll come together. I still have a sick feeling like us getting married next year after them will get spun meanly, even though my boyfriend is the love of my life and the only person that's helped me through so much horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes sense.
okay.
Basically,
Spun in a mean way.
Well, that she's getting married a year after.
Yeah. But
Okay.
she knows that it's not coming from a mean place.
I just feel insecure and like my status as the family black sheep will make whatever I do seem like the wrong thing.
Okay, I get it.
Anyone relating to this? So what does she mean by the family black sheep?
She means that she's just a black sheep in the family, so they will find a reason for her to be like,
Yeah. You know, you have that one family member where it's like, there's always a story with that person. So it's kind of like, this would be adding to the narrative that's already there.
Yeah. I think that's tricky, you know, and there's been a lot of topic and conversation about like just weddings and overlapping weddings and, you know, going through processes together with like friends and stuff like that. And if I put the friends one to one side, I know in our culture, and I've definitely heard this several times, where like age is a big factor, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously this is her, what she say? It's her what? Her little, to be fair, you would normally think it's opposite for us, where like, let's say like the younger person is getting married. Typically, like some families might be pushing for more the older person to get married first because in fact, I really don't. Do you guys understand what the rationale is? Is it just from age perspective or what is
I
it?
think it's just age.
Yeah, I think it's more age, and then it's kind of like, I think the logic of some Nigerians is like, how can you, like, at least you'll let your older sister do their day before you do yours, and then it just like, it's like there's like an order that it needs to be done.
Yeah,
but that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm very confused about that. But I know
That's not.
Like I trying to think of like, I'm like, no, that ain't it. Yeah,
yeah.
Ain't it?
I know a lot of people can go through that. And yeah, like situations where they feel like, you know, their relationship can't really progress because let's say like even like people around them, like it's just not been successful and stuff, and like it's like, oh, if we do it now, it's like we're trying to like steal the limelight, not pay attention to other people. So yeah, I've never, obviously I'm not engaged or anything, but like I said, I have heard of it a lot. Where like people are struggling to balance siblings. Obviously as well, when it's siblings, you know, your parents have to deal with like a lot of money and costs at the same time, or like in close proximity, right? And I can't remember who it was. I'm trying to think, guys, remind me. I feel like there's a family where the weddings were like back to back, like as in,
or like someone in the public eye, or
someone like we might know. I can't remember who it is, but I feel like somebody got married and then like maybe like a couple of weeks after, it was like,
oh,
who am I talking about?
I don't know. The only person I can think of is
who? Oh no, I don't know. I don't think it was them. Anyway, sorry guys, but yeah, basically I know of like people where the families have had to deal with literally back to back weddings.
Yeah, my pastor, both of his children got married in the same year.
Really?
So it was like hers was in May
Yeah.
His was like October.
Yeah.
last-
And it's like having to invite the same families like over. Obviously, if people are flying in as well, like, do they fly in twice? Do they like? Do you make it so that it's actually so close so that it makes it easier for people? But then it's like someone then has to someone ends up compromising on just like how their wedding day or how they want their celebration to go.
Yeah.
So I know that could be very, very tricky, but yeah, I mean, that's quite a sticky situation to be in. If you guys found yourself in a situation where, obviously from our perspective, I feel like we're quite calm. But obviously we're all like the eldest in our family. But let's say you were marrying a guy whose parents were like kind of a bit more traditional in the sense of like mentioning stuff like, you know, let's say he has an older sibling or older sister and like that older sister is not married and it's like they're concerned and it's like we really wanted her to find someone like you guys are still young, so there's no rush, like let's focus on the person that we should be who we deem that should be getting married. How would you deal with that? Would you factor that in? Like how
can I factor that in? Please, man.
So you're not factoring. When you say not factoring, so you're basically going against.
Is she in a relationship?
Okay, let's say for example she is in a relationship, but they're not a marriage. Let's say early stages.
I would have a conversation with her and I'd be like, okay, like
with who? Her?
Yeah.
Majority of the time, it's actually not.
Yeah, well, I just want to understand whether she cares. Like, do you feel... In fact, I don't even think I should be having the conversation with her. The only reason I'm saying I will is because I imagine that the person I'm with, like, I just know myself, like, I would try and embed myself into their family as much as possible, especially if I feel like that's the person I'm marrying. So I'm assuming that I have a good relationship with her, where she and I, like, have our own relationship and go out and stuff like that. And I would probably just ask her, like, in terms of, like, timeline and stuff, like, do you guys think you're going to get engaged like this year, next year? Like, would you prefer to get married first or do you not really care? I would understand like what the situation is there. And then if she's like, yeah, it's really important to me that I get married first and I'm thinking about getting married next year. For me, it's not, I don't necessarily, like, obviously I don't know. I'm not in a relationship and I don't know, maybe I would feel differently in the time, but I feel like I can be flexible about the date. Yeah, as long as I'm not having to wait 12 months, like that's a long time. But if we're saying that we're both getting married in the same year and you would prefer to go first because you're the eldest, that's not an issue for me, especially if that means appeasing your parents. Like I don't really want to go into the whole family wars situation. So yeah, it's a small price to pay for harmony, I think.
What about you, Tammy? How would you deal with that?
I'll try, because you know me, I don't really like traditional parents, like, because mine are traditional to an extent, but not like
they know where and
they know where. Like I would try and before I get into a serious relationship with someone, I try and see how their parents are. Like talk to my partner and be like, oh, like what do you think your parents think of this? That's how you kind of you'll be able to check like how they are, and then also the age of the parents as well, because I've spoken to people where their parents are in like their 70s and my parents are in their late 50s. So it'll definitely be a bit weird for someone's parents to be like, oh, the older child
has to get married
first. I'll definitely feel a bit of like not disappointment, but I'll just be like, oh God, man, like why, like why? But I'll if I really like the guy and I see us actually like getting married full on, I'll wait a bit and just because obviously there's no rush and stuff. But if I start approaching like 33 and I've been knowing for like a year that I want to get married, no, sorry. I'll have a conversation with his parents. Maybe we'll bring in a medical professional.
Why medical?
To explain
this time. Yeah, I want to have some kids.
Oh.
So maybe, you know, sometimes they can respect a doctor.
The messenger.
Yeah.
Strange. Like...
Yeah, I don't
like stuff like that.
At all. Another question I was going to ask very quickly though is how would you feel, and let's make it that it's us in the room, right? How would you feel if you got engaged, you put a wedding date, let's say for example, obviously before you set a wedding date, let's say we all happen to get engaged within the same, like let's say like 6 months period, which is actually quite intense, I think. Let's hope that doesn't even happen. No offense, but Anyway, whatever. Let's say I'm trying to create a scenario where you wouldn't have sent out an invitation yet, but everybody is engaged, right? Then you send out the invitation first. We then send out our invitations a week after you, and you realize that our dates are within 1 month of yours.
Both.
Yeah, let's say, imagine that we're all within 1 month of each other.
Even me,
How would you feel? Do you feel like, as in us people in this room, we should be having a conversation about it in terms of, okay, guys, like, there's going to be some overlap, there's going to be this or whatever, like, let's have a conversation? Or are you of the opinion that, sorry, if I found a wedding venue and I got it locked first, like, that's it? Are you open to be flexible?
And you were enjoying that, weren't you? You thought you were going to get this content for free? Impossible. To watch the full episode, sign up using the link below.